Good morning, church family. I'm so glad to be able to speak to you this morning. Today is Monday, July 27th, and we had a great day in the Lord yesterday. I do plan to continue these updates regularly, and so part of that update will be just to tell you what happened the day before. And so yesterday we had 170 in worship, which is our highest number since we began after the shutdown, and then after the outside services, and then moving back inside. 170 is the most that we've had since then. So that's a great day. We had a good day. It was a celebration for our graduates yesterday, and so I'm sure that's what bolstered our attendance. But it was a good day in the Lord. It was good to be together. 170. We had 97 in Sunday school. This was our third week back. And we've increased by about the same amount. We had 46 and then 68 and now 97. So we are increasing well. Almost all of our adult Sunday school classes are back together. We have one that's one of our senior adult classes that's still opting not to come back yet. And so we are praying for them and knowing that they're making a wise decision. And so we want to encourage them in that decision. We still had about 49 families or connections to our live stream during the time. Again, we have others who view it later, but during worship live, we had 49 households, and so that's a wonderful connection. If you are one of our extended folks, maybe not a member of our church, but watch us on live stream, watch us on recordings, keep up with us through our updates. We just want to say thank you. I hope that we're a blessing to you. And if we can ever do anything for you, if we can minister in any way, please let us know. We don't know who all we're touching out there. We just have the raw numbers. And so if you need something from us, or if we can minister to you, or if you just want to drop us a line and let us know that that you're joining us in worship each week, we'd love to hear from you. So thank you for that. Yesterday was a good day. It was focused on our graduates, and so we had 11 graduates that we recognized, and so that was a good day. Pastor Aaron did a great job, not just in recognizing the graduates, in ministering to their families, but he did a great job bringing God's Word from the book of Haggai yesterday. I believe it was a timely word, and he preached it with power and conviction. The Lord just used him yesterday, and I don't know if if the Lord spoke to you or not, but he sure was speaking to me, and so I'm grateful for that. We also got to celebrate our own Dorena Morgan with us yesterday, our missionary to Guatemala. And so it was a good day to have her, to recognize and to hear from her, to recognize her, and to get a report from the field. It's good to know that we're investing in ministry in Guatemala. But also to hear from the North Carolina State Convention as they recognized our church for our giving last year towards the North Carolina missions offering. And so we're grateful to be a part of that. Let me just tell you about Southern Baptist Missions for just a second, which North Carolina Baptists fall under that, at least in the way I'm thinking right now. When we give through the Southern Baptist Convention, we are doing something that does not require competition. And so when we give to the International Mission Board, when we give to the North American Mission Board, when we give to North Carolina Missions, when we give to our local association, what we're doing is we're promoting missions in those areas without having to hear from every missionary to come and try to compete for our missions dollars. And so when we support Southern Baptist Missions, we are joining with churches all across North America and really around the world in supporting our Southern Baptist missionaries, our North Carolina Baptist missionaries. And so that's a good thing, and we're grateful for that. And so I just wanted to remind you that we would have to have a missionary every week asking us to support them if it weren't for the cooperative program, if it weren't for Lottie Moon Christmas offering, if it weren't for Annie Armstrong Easter offering, if it weren't for the North Carolina missions offering. So these are blessings, And I hope that you realize just what an impact we have worldwide because of our participation in all of those different kinds of offerings. One more announcement, and this really pertains to last Wednesday night's church conference. We had a successful one. It was only about an hour and 10 minutes, which is a great blessing. We heard from very many of our committees, but also very many of our ministry teams. And so we were grateful to hear from all of those. And we passed two actions that I'd like to carry on to you right now, just so you know what we've done. The first is we began our deacon nomination process. Started last Wednesday night. It will conclude a week from today, next Monday at the close of business of the day, 4:30 next Monday. So what we'd ask you to do is to take your ballot. It looks something like this. And on the front of the ballot, it has a place for three names for nominating deacons. It says, I submit the following three names as deacon nominees who I've contacted and who have agreed to serve if elected. And so I just please want to encourage you to contact your nominations or your nominees so that they would already have agreed or at least be praying towards that end. The second thing I want you to see is on the reverse of this ballot are a list of deacons' names who are currently serving or are getting ready to rotate off. Please do not nominate them. They can't serve twice in this way. So that's the first thing that happened last Wednesday night, and I'd encourage you to participate. You can give those to us in several ways. First, you can drop them into the offering cubes that are positioned around the sanctuary, the ways that we give offering now. You can email them to Leslie, Leslie, Leslie at fbcconcord.org, and that way we'd have it through email. And then finally, you can drop them off. You can drop this paper ballot off at our church office if that helps you. So those are the ways that you can get them to us. Please participate. We need 6 new deacons every year in order to maintain just what we have. And so the way that our congregation is growing, we're going to soon probably need to bump up those numbers. And so instead of 6, we may need 7 a year. And so please be in prayer, participate in this process. If you're asked, please consider serving as a deacon. And then the final thing that we did on last Wednesday night is we elected a team, a committee, a task force, if you will. They've just been stood up for this one task. They'll work until its end. They'll present their findings to the church, and then that will be the conclusion of their work for us. But their work, the focus is they are going to review our founding documents, our Constitution and our bylaws, and they are going to bring back a recommendation to our church on how to amend those so that they'll be more in line with the way that we are currently operating. And so we want our documents to be useful ones, and so this is part of that process. Let me reiterate, nothing will change except at the action of the church. So they may bring a complete overhaul. Now, I don't expect that, but they may bring a complete overhaul of everything, but it doesn't take place until or unless our church in conference for that purpose says that's what we're going to do. So don't fear the process. In fact, embrace it. We have good minds, clear minds, respectable people, Spirit-filled people who are going to be working on this team, and they're going to bring us some good things to consider, and then we as a church will consider them. If it takes time to digest their recommendations, we'll take time. There's no hurry here, except that we want to get the job done. So I'm grateful for them serving. I'm grateful for the church electing them. I'm looking forward to the future as they examine and review those documents. Church family, I'm so grateful that you join in every week to our update. I hope that this is a ministry to you, that you know a little bit about what's going on. We want to leverage all of our opportunities, all of our technology. every time that we're in front of a camera or in front of the church family or interacting as individuals, we want to further the ministry of our church. We want our church to be informed, but really we want them to be on mission. We want them to love God with all that they are. We want them to love others as they love themselves. We want to make disciples by baptizing them in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. And we want to mature disciples by teaching them to observe all things whatsoever Jesus has commanded us. And so that's our goal. That's what we're about. That's what we're seeking to do. And I hope you join us on it. I hope your greatest desire is to be the absolute best disciple that you can be, and you lead others to follow Jesus too. So that's our goal. Church family, I love you. Extended community, I love you too. I'm grateful to get to know some of you. I'm glad that you're joining us. If you're waiting for your home church to open and you're just attending, we're glad you are. I hope you feel welcome. We don't want to steal you. We just want to borrow you for a while. We want to be a good steward of you as well. If you're looking for a church home and you've run across us on the internet, I want to invite you to come and see if this is the place that God would have you to be. We want you to be where He wants you to be. We want you to do what He wants you to do. We want your life to be completely fulfilled by following Him. God bless you, church family. I love you. Have a great week.